start from the base always. Most people do not know this, that I used to be gym trainer as well before I started YouTube. और picture भी है मेरी वो यहाँ पे मैं skinny fat सा लग रहा हूँ,
Yeah.
right? And I just clicked those pictures when I was preparing for an exam.
Okay.
जब एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ रहे होते हो आपका दिमाग चार और जगह पे घूमता है, right? So I started clicking picture for no reason.
Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Bhuvanni Sharma and today is the first episode of Entrepreneurial Journeys of Fitness. And today I have a very special guest with me, Mr. Daman Singh from Six Pack.
Hello everyone.
So, how are you right now? How are you feeling right now?
I'm very
That you have achieved 100,000 subscribers on YouTube right now.
See, it feels good, but at the same time, now I feel that I have to hit 2 lakh subscribers. So it feels good, definitely, being the first Sikh, you can say, being the first Sikh fitness YouTuber to do that. So I posted content only on fitness, and I wanted to achieve 1 lakh subscribers solely on the base of fitness. So I did that. Yeah, I feel good.
Okay, now that you have achieved 100,000 subscribers on YouTube and you aim to increase it to 2 lakh subscribers now, how will the future of the channel now be?
See, I've always wanted to achieve 1 lakh on the basis of fitness only, physical fitness, and now I am heading towards mental fitness as well, because I know I read a lot on mental health, and I also know that most of the people in fitness are kind of, you can say, to be honest, suffering from this social anxiety or depression, you can say, because there is a lot of competition out there, so people do not know how to manage themselves. So I have actually posted some videos on mental health on previously as well, and now I'll be posting more on mental health, personal development. At the same time, vlogs will be there on channel.
Okay, so that's about the future of your channel. But I want my audience to know about the journey that you started with. What was your personal journey in fitness that you started with?
See, first of all, the YouTube thing started from 2016. At that time, there was no many fitness YouTubers out there, right? So, and my purpose to come on YouTube was not to. You won't believe that I didn't even know that you can earn money from YouTube. When I came to YouTube, I was already posting from around, let's say, 2014. I was posting about fitness content, fitness videos on my Facebook. But the thing was that Facebook used to compress the videos that you post there. So it reduces the quality. So someone suggested me, Paji, why don't you post on YouTube? Your quality will remain intact. Okay. So I thought that's a good idea, and at the same time I can post only videos content, and that will look very clean,
Okay.
and so that they will not be lost in my status as well. The Facebook पे हम status डालते हैं, right? So there will be only be video section.
Okay.
So that was the first motive to come to YouTube, and second was to you tell people that you can achieve a good physique naturally. You don't have to go for steroids, which also brings a lot of side effects. So those two motives were the main to come to YouTube.
Okay. So how did you start? Other than YouTube, you are a professional fitness author and you are also guiding people through personal PT and through online training. So how did you start on that?
See, as I told you earlier, I was writing on Facebook before YouTube, even before YouTube, right? So I was writing a lot of content on Facebook that how you can achieve this and that, right? So I was approached by a company from Men's XP that you write well and you have good fitness information. Why don't you start writing for us?
Okay.
So I thought, why not? You have a big company, right? So that's how it started. I gave them my first article and my first article for Men's XP was also on steroids.
Okay.
And actually the editor used to love that I'm promoting natural fitness.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how it happened. The fitness author thing.
That's how that happened.
Yeah.
So you have also recently done a movie with Randeep Hooda and worked in Bollywood. So how did you end up landing on that role?
See, that Bollywood thing happened in 2016. So there were auditions going on, and I knew someone. He called me that we are looking for some Sardars who have good build, because we are making a movie based on Sikh regiment versus Afghans. so you fit into the role. Why don't you come and give a test shot to us, and we'll give you some few lines. If you can speak that well, then definitely you can land into the role. So I went to a Jalandhar hotel, and I gave the test shot because I was already making YouTube videos, so I was confident in front of the camera. So I did it well, and that was first audition. And after that, they called me for second audition, which was in Mumbai. So again, that I also passed, and that's how I landed the role.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting thing to actually hear. So my next question from you would be that what were the hardships or struggle that you faced from becoming a fitness professional towards becoming a fitness professional for you?
See, first of all, I had a base of engineering, and I did 2 engineering jobs before coming to fitness completely. So when I was doing my first engineering job, that was in air conditioning thing.
Okay.
And that didn't give me contentment. So after working for like 4 months, I quit that job and went to another job.
Okay.
So that was in that rice that you eat, India Gate Basmati rice
Okay.
company. That was, तो उधर मैंने again सिर्फ 2 महीने काम किया. And I remember कि August 2014, just around 15 August, I gave resignation. Just like कि मेरी भी आज़ादी हो रही है अभी, ठीक है, मैं छोड़ रहा हूँ. And उसी टाइम के around I gave my resignation. Then I said कि मुझे I won't be working in engineering jobs because I had a passion for, at that time I had a passion for, I'm talking about 2014, okay? I had a passion for going into defense.
Okay.
So I said I'll just be preparing for defense forces. So I started studying for CDS, FCAT, and I appeared for like 6 times in FCAT and CDS interviews.
Okay.
SSB, Services Selection Board. So yeah, at that time I was also studying fitness because I was out of touch from engineering.
Okay.
At the same time I was training at gym, you know, and studying fitness at the same time studying for defense as well. So after appearing for like 6 times giving interviews in defense, but I couldn't crack it. So SSB is a tough procedure and they test you psychologically and all.
Okay.
So yeah, I couldn't make it to that. So I just shifted my focus completely to fitness only.
So as we speak about contentment, so what is it about fitness that gives you that feeling of contentment for you?
See, first of all, it gives me contentment because when I get, because it's not a job for me. I have a passion to lift weights. I love working on my technique. I love building muscle and all. I love working on my strength. Right, so it's kind of a passion for me, and so I don't feel it like a job. That's how it gives me contentment, and at the same time, not just working on myself, I'm helping others improve their physique or reach their goals. Right. When people email me or text me or comment on my post that I'm inspiring them, that they started weightlifting because of watching my videos, there have been so many channels on YouTube who tell me that they came to YouTube just after seeing me. So that's kind of flattering, and ये मुझे बताता है कि I have to work even harder because people look up to me. So that kind of gives me contentment, which I'm sure I couldn't be that content if I was working in a factory job or any engineering job.
So because you have a responsibility towards people, that you are able to influence so many people, you can say that that is the feeling of contentment that you were looking for always.
Yes, definitely. I was not looking for it.
That you felt, essentially.
Yeah.
That you felt.
Yeah, I started as just for myself. Okay, I have to make a career in something.
Okay.
So why not fitness? Because I love it, right? And slowly after, when people started loving me, you know, people from all over India, they start to love me. I first made few videos in Punjabi only.
Okay.
Because as people say कि charity begins at home. आप पहले अपनी कम्युनिटी के लिए कुछ करते हो जो आसपास की, बाद में दूसरों को सोचते हो ना. So I made first few videos in Punjabi so that I can educate my Punjabi audience. Right? Well, I was from Punjab, Patiala. So after 3-4 videos, people started saying, Paji, you are giving good information. Why don't you start posting in Hindi or English? You will reach wider audience. So I said, why not? So then I shifted to Hindi. Yeah, that's how it happened.
Okay. And you have posted a video of you being a very beginner and you were very skinny.
Yeah.
So how did that journey pan out for you? in that beginning?
That was actually in my engineering course. That was in 2010.
Okay.
वो एक पिक्चर भी है मेरी, वो यहाँ पे मैं स्किनी फैट सा लग रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
Right. And I just clicked those pictures when I was preparing for an exam.
Okay.
जब एग्जाम के लिए पढ़ रहे होते हो आपका दिमाग चार और जगह पे घूमता है, राइट? सो आई स्टार्टेड क्लिकिंग पिक्चर फॉर नो रीजन.
Okay.
I didn't know that I will be using that picture for transformation, or I'll be transforming myself. I
Okay.
just clicked it randomly, right?
Okay.
So then I saw myself in the mirror and I said, यार कैसा लग रहा हूँ? मतलब I am watching, and I'm a guy who loves to do sports, and I used to watch WWE a lot.
Okay.
They have well-built physiques. So I said, okay, let's do something for my physique as well. And then I started running, running regularly outside. Then I ran for a few months. Then I got bored.
Okay.
Then after I joined the gym and started to love the process. And even before joining the gym, you won't believe that even before joining the gym, I read that Arnold Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding Complete before even joining the gym. Because I am a guy who loves to do his homework before getting into things.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it started.
So I would say that you have had an amazing journey right now, and I wish you all the best for your success. I just want for my own audience to see what kind of productivity things that you actually do to make yourself much more productive and effective as a fitness professional, so that they can imply that in their own lives.
See, what I do is because I have a very busy lifestyle right now.
Yeah.
Because I create content for Instagram, I create content for YouTube, I write articles, I train people online, I do my own training, right? So, as a freelancer, you can say, or as an entrepreneur, as you're saying,
Yeah.
Learn to respect your time.
Okay.
If you don't respect your time, people won't respect your time either then.
Okay.
Right? And learn to say no to people.
Okay.
Don't be a yes man who's always saying yes to people just to please them and wasting your own time. Right? That's what you can do. And at the same time, I do read some time management books and all, how I can be
Much more productive in
Yeah.
that sense.
yeah.
So, any tips for the viewers for the books that you have read, or something that you have been doing in your own personal life?
For increasing productivity.
Yeah.
To increase productivity, only one and simple thing I'll say is don't try to multitask.
Okay.
Focus on one thing at a time,
Okay.
and don't try to be a computer where you can do multiple things at once, because you will lose your focus on one thing and you will end up missing some important details,
Okay.
or actually spending more time in one task doing it simultaneously. So
Okay.
don't try to multitask. It will only make you less efficient. People think that it will save their time, but it doesn't. Trust me, it won't. Just focus on one task at a time.
As we are about to end this interview, I want to ask you, what would be your advice to youngsters and the beginners who are about to start their own fitness journey? That's
Okay, well, I'll first say that have a training experience first of at least 1 year if you want to make a career in fitness. So why am I saying 1 year? If you are not able to work out consistently for just 1 year, even for 1 year, then how can you expect that you can make a career out of it, right? Because some people just think, okay, they can कि हम fitness में आ जाएंगे because हम अच्छा but they actually don't like the process of lifting weights or eating,
okay.
right? Because it's not for everyone. Everyone has different likes and dislikes, right? So पहले उसको थोड़ा सा consistently करो, then you think of it. Then obviously as a base, go for your education in fitness. You can go for international certifications like ACE, NSCA, or there are many, right? And also you can go for national certifications अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूट से, जो कि अगर आप इंग्लिश में वीक हो थोड़े से, हिंदी में आप कर सकते हो, राइट? But two things are mainly required, which is first is your own experience and second is educational experience. अगर दोनों में से कोई भी मिसिंग रहेगा तो you won't make that. If you have your own training experience and at the same time you have educational experience, then only you will be a good trainer, right? कि आप सिर्फ रट रटाई किताब पढ़ के नहीं बन जाएंगे कि मैंने ये पढ़ा था उसमें ऐसा होता है, कि आपका खुद का एक्सपीरियंस जब तक नहीं रहेगा, you will not be able to think practically.
So theory and practical experience both will go hand in hand.
Definitely. You know, people think that they can do some 3 month certification and start calling them experts. You know, that doesn't happen that way. You can just pass. You have just passed an exam. You don't have experience yourself. You don't even know what training looked like.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So what do you think about this Instagram culture and the YouTube culture that has been popping up in fitness right now?
Okay. See, Instagram is good, even YouTube is fine, but start from the base always. Most people do not know this, that I used to be a gym trainer as well before I started YouTube or before I started posting content on Instagram. So people these days ask me that they want to make a career in fitness. But if I ask them why do they want to make a career in fitness, they actually don't want to be a trainer. They want to be Instagram famous trainer, or they want to be a YouTube famous celebrity. They don't know that being a trainer require lifting weights for themselves and putting it on clients' bar as well, right? So it's not that you are a celebrity on floor. You are not, right? So don't be just brainwashed by the image people show online. That they are living the high life, baby, and this and that, right? So
agreed.
That's I will say.
Okay.
उसके बाद वो ठीक है सब कुछ, पहले have a training base so that you will never fail in life.
Because in that kind of scenario, what I personally feel is they are faking it till they make it. They haven't yet made it, but they are faking that kind of behavior.
But you know, the people who are experienced can easily make out that this guy is bullshitting or not.
Agreed.
You know, you can fool beginners, but you cannot fool experienced
experts in their field.
Yeah. So that's also the reason that you will only see most of the Instagrammers posting pictures only and never videos of their lifting, because their lifting sucks. Actually, all they can do is Google copy paste their captions from and Photoshop their pictures and whatnot.
Yeah,
that's what been happening in fitness industry. Yeah.
So
not to mention buying fake followers.
Buying fake followers on Instagram to become Instagram celebrities. That's a very good job, guys, you have been doing. But please don't do that. And now we'll be ending upon our interview. It was really nice meeting you, Mr.
Same here.
And I'll see you for the next time, guys. Don't forget, I love you all.
Bye bye.